Ladies and gentlemen, survivors and warriors, welcome to the ultimate comeback story. Shout out to you for being here. If you're new, special welcome to you. You're invited to hit the subscription button, join the community of thrivers, like the video, share the content, and drop a comment below. This one may resonate with you heavily. If you are one of those people who've been surrounded by narcissists maybe your whole life, and because of their attempt to try to completely destroy you, you've awoken up and you've tapped into a different version of yourself. They highly underestimate you. Matter of fact, narcissists typically don't even know who they're dealing with. They just assume that because you're nice and you're kind, you're weak. They just assume that because you're willing to give them a chance, you're stupid. Well, it turns out they're actually really dumb. To underestimate someone like you is dangerous. It's dangerous. They're playing a game that they're not really prepared to be defeated at. People like you are what I know as empaths. You are an empathetic being. You are the opposite of what a narcissist is. And what that means is your psyche, your soul, it can only take so much stress. It's only going to tolerate so many lies. It's only going to put up with so much dysfunction until you literally explode. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably been the type to take on a lot until you couldn't take anymore. Because most kind people, most genuine, nice people try not to come off as mean, rude, disrespectful. Try not to be too judgmental. You try to be neutral in most situations, especially when you encounter new people or new relationships. You give people a chance to show you which version of you need to show them. You typically start by making sure you're showing your natural, sweet self, your genuine self. But because most people, narcissistic people, people with NPD, they like to play on that. They like to play on people who come off as nice and easy. They like to play on people who give the benefit of a doubt. They like to play on people who seem to be reserved and quiet maybe. Ooh, but all that playing, it activates a quiet storm. Many of us, because we are those empaths, we have another side to us that narcissists are never prepared for. And once that side is activated, we shut the narcissist completely down. Feelings hurt. Feelings completely hurt. They may run from you. They may try to sue you. They may not know what to say to you once you tap into that SuperNova mode. Because being an empath doesn't mean you're stupid and you're a fool and you're just blind to everything and you're just willing to be walked all over like somebody's doormat. Absolutely not. It just means that you genuinely show people how you want to be treated. Because not only are you in tune with your feelings and your needs, but you sense other people's, and so you try to do the right thing. But when doing the right thing gets you played, when doing the right thing gets you pulled in somebody's narcissistic web and on somebody's narcissistic clown show, ooh, there's a plot twist. This is what they're not prepared for. This is the version of you that they never see coming. They thought they knew how to cuss somebody out. Once SuperNova gets activated, that sweet little empath disappears. You might say things to that narcissist that they only saw in nightmares. You're going to open your mouth and say things they never knew you were even capable of saying. You're going to address the truth. You're going to point out the truth. In the eyes of a narcissist, when you go SuperNova, this is when you become mean. Now you're condescending. Now you're disrespectful. Now you're talking to them crazy. Oh no, plot twist, the tables have turned. The same person who you ridiculed, criticized, kicked down, beat down, attempted to completely destroy inside out, is the same person who you've awoken. And when they awaken, they go from just being an empath to this SuperNova being. Now they got to show you better than they can tell you. Now they got to show you that they're more than capable of making you feel how you've made them feel. So SuperNova, this is when that empath literally gives a narcissist a taste of their own medicine. You tap into your own narcissistic traits. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You didn't know you had it inside of you until that SuperNova is activated. When this narcissistic clowns think that they can keep playing with your life, they can keep talking to you however, they can keep sabotaging your world. And you're just going to sit there and put up with it and take it because you're some kind of empath. And just because being an empath means that you should just sit there and take it. No. SuperNova is when you show any narcissist that this ain't that. That this is not that type of a party. And that you do know how to be high boundary. And that you do know how to shut their game down. If you dealt with a narcissist at some point, I'm pretty sure you remember how they tried to make you feel like nothing. They tried to make you feel small. All the belittling, the insulting, calling you everything but a child of God. You remember that time with those narcissists in your life when they were using you because they were an emotional vampire on every level in your life. They were just manipulating you and having a good old time doing it. Sat back, watched you sit in confusion because they were orchestrating it. Well, that's why now you're not just a survivor, you're a thriver. And you got narcissists somewhere probably panicking and afraid of you because they highly underestimated you just to find out you are nothing and nobody to play with. Once you woke up, your ex-tormentors, they all got hit with a major surprise. They didn't see this version of you coming. They're never prepared for this version of you. The version of you who now shows a different reaction. They cannot predict how you're going to react because you've gotten wiser. They said you were crazy, but you've become brilliantly self-aware. They can't get nothing past you. And you're very quite aware of your own emotions, and whatever they do to you, whatever triggers, whatever acts, whatever tricks, you're now 10 toes ahead and you're able to stop them dead in their tracks. You're not affected or moved or bothered like they want you to be. They tried to dim your light and you've become a freaking supernova on them, and they have no idea how to handle you. They've been such a narcissistic pest in your life that they have sponsored your PhD in emotional intelligence. You are not to be played with. You're dangerous. All the gaslighting they did with you, you turned it into a whole scholarship. The manipulation, it's become your advanced training. That's why you've transformed that pain into triumph, that trauma into triumph. And now you got more swagger than a phoenix rising up from emotional ashes. They don't even recognize you. And the more you elevate in the beast mode that they've awoken, they won't recognize you. When SuperNova gets activated, they become afraid because you now move, walk, and talk like you know their opinions don't matter. You know they don't have no power or control over your life. Their greatest mistake was underestimating you because you are truly unstoppable. That's why they're going to spend forever being upset that you are undestroyable. You're still going. You're still strong. You're still building. Matter of fact, you're glowing even more than ever before. And all they have is a smear campaign. All they have is a bunch of flying monkeys to try to convince. SuperNova got you unbothered. SuperNova has you somewhere in your own world worried about you. You've removed the narcissist and you see what's happening. They're not happy about this. They're not happy about the fact that they cannot get you how they used to get you. They're not happy about the fact that they don't know your business. They're not happy about the fact that you've mastered silence and you're not letting them know nothing. Not how you feel, what you want, where you're going, who you with. You've left them in the dust. They failed at their attempts to ruin you because they're watching how amazingly you've picked yourself up. They're watching how beautifully you're going and coming. After what you've been through with them, you're spectacularly rising above it. They said you were weak, but they can see from wherever they're at with their narcissistic binoculars that you are more than strong. SuperNova is you going against your abusers. It's you fighting against oppression. SuperNova is you learning how to push back against all of that narcissistic wickedness and set yourself free from it. Because you're nobody's doormat. You're nobody's fool. They fooled themselves thinking you were their fool. And you ended up hitting your breaking point. And now they're scared. And now they're annoyed. And now they're calling you a narcissist. But they need to be very afraid because you ain't backing down. The narcissist and their make-believe delusional life with all their friends and enablers and flying monkeys, they're in for a rude awakening because you do not care about none of that victim playing BS, that false narrative, none of that narcissistic clown mess is appealing to you. Perhaps you used to be real usable to your abusers, and now they can't stand you because you sniffing out all their narcissism. You're pointing it out, you're seeing it, you're calling it out, you're exposing it. You're not afraid. They thought you were afraid, and you're showing them you are not afraid of what? If anything, they need to be afraid of you. You're actually very resistant to bullying, resistant to gaslighting and manipulation, resistant to being controlled by somebody who has a problem with you being independent and free within yourself. You're the one prepared to swim against the tide. You could give a damn about public opinion. You could give a damn about how that narcissist feel. That could be your grandmother and you don't care because you're guided by a strong moral compass. That's why your cutoff is as brutal as it is. You don't care about losing no fake friends. You don't care if you got to do it by yourself. Yeah, you're kind, you're fair, you're considerate. But if a narcissist dare try to attack you, you will attack back. And it's going to be in a way that they're not prepared for because you are somebody who is always one step ahead. Always one step ahead of the narcissist, setting traps because you're truly unpredictable. You're the one who will cause a massive mental breakdown where that narcissist will collapse and they won't even be ready for it. They won't even know what's happening to them. See, narcissists mess up when they target the wrong people. You target an empath and they go SuperNova, you're not gonna see what hit you. If this resonates, like the video, drop a comment, share your thoughts. And for information and details to reach me and to book life coaching sessions with me, please see details below in the description box. Until next time, beautiful people, stay true, stay blessed, take care.